Hey everybody. I know the video's late. I try to do one after Christmas, but so that's why um I went to a Christmas service at church. There was a lot of people there. Being an usher and on safety team, I have to interact with people, and people don't know they're sick when they show up, and then I get sick. But I'm not blaming anybody. I got to do it again. All right. So, I hope everyone had a great Christmas. Everyone's having a fantastic New Year. I don't do the New Year, New Me BS because half the time I don't meet the standard. But I did get some tools for Christmas, and since we're doing tools now because I don't do anything else, I'm going to show you some. I'm going to start simple here. So, EDC, I carried these two things. A DeWalt pocket knife. Back when I thought DeWalt was the shit. And the shape filled because I've told this story 100 times, ran it over, my old one over, and it still worked. So I carried these two, and I had this one, little cheapo hyper tough small flip knife that I put a key ring on because you'll see in a minute. So for a while, I had it on this. This is something I carry every day, everywhere I go. And that's kind of pepper spray. Simply for the fact that some of the places I go, it's not a gun zone. You can't carry in there, especially at the church. I'd have to get special permission to do that, and I'm just not ready to go through all that. A little tape measure in case I forget my pocket one. And this little guy here, which came with what I've got on that I got for Christmas. This is like a little extra thing. It's a little Swiss Army knife. No brand on it, but there is a brand on this, which is Summit Gear, and this is what I carry now. I love this thing. This has got these two things in one. So I've got my utility knife and a regular knife. 2 in 1. I love it. So, whichever one I want, I just spin it around, do what I need. Now, it is a bulky thing though. That's not gonna, you just drop it in your pocket. Or if you have one of them Leatherman carriers that has like a the belt organizers, you're not gonna be fitting that in there. So that's what I carry now. Instead of all 2 knives in my pocket, technically I still got 2. I went from carrying 3 to 2, so yeah. Technically I carry 3. What I meant was is 3 different things. Up next, Craftsman. Say what you want. I don't care. I like Craftsman. Craftsman holds a special place in my heart. So I ended up getting this stuff for Christmas because my aunt and uncle asked me to put together a wish list and then go through and pick out a bunch of stuff and call it Christmas. It's easy. Let me tell you something. That is the easiest way to do shopping for somebody. Have them put together a freaking Amazon wish list. Go to that wish list, buy something, and it sends it right to them. No trouble. So this here is actually a Craftsman's ratcheting screwdriver. Which everyone knows that I have a thing for screwdrivers. It is not going to replace my back pocket tools, my linemen's, and I would like a pair of Klein linemen's. These are the Walt ones, and the spring loaded. So I have to really, freaking, I can't get a wide jaw and I have to fight. So this is one of those tools. When I started doing electrical stuff, I started regretting. I started regretting the self-opening. Half the time they don't even open right. It's like the lock it either don't stay locked, or when you unlock it, it don't open. It's bad. The Klein 1101. This is anyone who does electrical. This is your best friend. This is your best friend right here. Aside with these, your wire strippers. These are Pittsburgh wire strippers. I have my tool bag, my general purpose everything tool bag down here underneath the desk. And we're in the room today because it is like, I don't know, degrees outside, and like I've been sick, so I don't want to take any chances. So, ratcheting screwdriver. This is really cool. So it comes like this. You push this down, and then that thing sounds wicked. So yeah, and then you can drop it down a little bit. Got it like that. Drop it down again like that. And you could, in theory, do this. But it's gonna, that's the lock, really. But you got 4 different things of bits. This is slot and Phillips 1, 2, and 3. Robinson and Allen's. I think that's Robinson. I may be wrong. This is kind of your combination. This is actually your commons. I like how they did that. Because that is not for everyone, but for me that is most common. Yeah, I like that. And then you got your torques from 6 to 25. 6, 8, 10, 15, 20, 25. I just now realized they had that whole assortment sleeve. That means all I need is these 2 things right here. If I'd known that, I'd have sent the rest of this back and just kept And then you got your little pickup magnet. I don't want to say that it's, well, yeah, it is. Wow. Let's see here. I know I got something heavier than that. Yep, it won't hold that up. It won't hold that up. Oh. That's heavier than that screwdriver. Got a little, so you can put it on there. I can guarantee you it will not hold. Little Craftsman ratchet and screwdriver. Again, y'all know me, I love my screwdrivers. So this one, I'm gonna have to do some explaining. This is another Craftsman tool. This is a Craftsman CMMT 14104. Okay, so if you don't know what this is, if you know what this is, then you can help me out in the comments if somebody is already down in there. What is that? This is a manual impact, and what this is instead of taking a power drill and spinning out the screw and stripping it and whatever, you would take whatever bit it is, say it's a Phillips 1, which is what I got here. I got a Phillips 1 bit. You stick it in there, and when you take a dead blow hammer, I would never use a metal mallet or anything like that. You take a dead blow, and when you smack it down, it forces this in and turn. It forces it to turn. So I remember watching my dad do it the old school way, where, if I can find it, take a screwdriver. I remember clear as day, and he would put force in the direction that he was trying to turn that screw, and he would hit the screwdriver with a hammer. And he was doing it by hand, and so he wouldn't strip the screw out with a power tool. This does the turning for you. All you gotta do is stick it in there and hit it. Small engine repair. A lot of times with blades, especially the ones that have been on there for a while, or removing the screws that hold an engine block onto a mower. That's why I put this in there. It's a manual screwdriver, a manual impact. That's why that's there. And the last thing, of course, is another Craftsman. And I've seen videos of these on YouTube, so I'm pretty sure y'all have too. This is the VersaStack mechanic tool set. And I already have a VersaStack box that is my mechanic toolbox that has my small engine stuff in it. So let's get this up here. Can't get it all the way up there because my computer's over there. Unlock it. We got, let's see, what was it? We got half, 3/8, and quarter. In the small engines, you rarely from my experience, I've rarely used a half inch. I've used 3/8 and 1/4 inch doing most of it. With this set, so if I can get it out of here, that's 1/4 inch. Yep, 1/4 inch. I'm hoping I don't dump that. Yep, that's just about everything that I would need. The only thing that's not in 1/4 inch that I need, I think is in 3/8. Yep, 3/8. Yep. Now these two things right here. These are your spark plugs, sockets. So I can say that that sounds good. And these things are freezing cold. I hope these are. Got like ice on them. Frost, I mean. But I don't think there's anything in the half inch that I've ever used in Smart Engine. Let's see. 17. That might be it. Yeah, 17. I've used 17s to take lawnmower blades off. So I will backtrack on that and say, yeah, I have used 17s. Yeah. But the majority of what I do is 1/4 inch. Let me sit and think about that for a minute. Yeah, 1/4 inch. I was gonna run this back out to the shed, but because there's so much moisture on there, I don't think I want to do that. That scares me. I don't know what to. I have to. If y'all know anything about because there was like I could do on tools, let me know in the comments below. I am not going to put that back out there until I know from you guys, because that worries me. That's brand new. I don't want anything to happen to it. There was no dew on this, and that was like in the box. Well, it wasn't in this box, it was in my other box, but yeah. So let me know about that, because that kind of got me worried now. But I hope everyone has a happy new year, and I was I'll see you next year.